Well, things are heating up in Paris. It looks like Kylian Mbappe is trying to leave PSG this January window, which is completely mind-boggling with how much effort they put into this last window to keep him at PSG, and therefore he didn't go to Real Madrid or some other club. But the fact is, this player is not happy with his current status at this club, which again, I'm not too sure what to say because again, they've given this player as much money as they can. They have him linking up with Lionel Messi, one of the best players of all time, along with Neymar, again, arguably one of the best Brazilian players of all time. And the fact is, he does not want to play with these players because he's not playing in the right position. Just seems like a very poor man's excuse for not wanting to play at PSG anymore, which that being said, had he left during this last summer transfer window, I don't think there would be this much chaos with this club. But the fact is, they've paid so much to keep this player, and now he wants to leave in January. There's really not too many teams that can pick this player up because, again, most teams went out during this summer transfer window to buy their players that they need for the entire season. Though that being said, Kylian Mbappe would obviously be an upgrade for any team in the entire world. Obviously, his pace, his creativity, his goal scoring ability is on par as one of the best right now in the entire world. And therefore, again, any team can utilize him. But we've seen reports saying that Real Madrid do not want to sign this player. They've come out and said they do not want him, whether there is some issues because of what happened during the summer that they realize that there's more of a headache with this player coming to their club, or again, Carlo Ancelotti does not want him because already he has a system in place that he doesn't need Kylian Mbappe anymore, because Real Madrid are right now the champions of Champions League, and therefore, again, do not need that player such as him because, again, they already have a very solid team, as we see each and every week in La Liga, and as we've seen even in the Champions League. Yes, they did draw 1-1 with a late header from Rudiger. I was blanking on the name for a second, but really, Real Madrid definitely do not need this. So again, that then opens up the window. Where can Mbappe even go then? Now, I've seen reports that Liverpool, of all teams, could be a place where he could go, which to me would be really interesting. But Liverpool aren't a team that splash a lot of cash for players, and therefore I have a very hard time seeing them break their entire system for one player. And again, yes, they've been struggling this entire season. Mbappe is not going to be a player that fixes this whole issue. Now, that being said, maybe they do break their system and bring him in. That could really change Liverpool's system, but I think Klopp is going to try to shy away from him. So obviously, I don't think Liverpool is the option. Then that leaves Chelsea, who have been spending cash on cash on cash for all these players, but really they just spent so much money. I don't see them spending a whole lot for Kylian Mbappe, especially again during the window in January, because they just spent all this money for players that were supposed to be for Thomas Tuchel, now for Graham Potter, and I don't think Graham Potter wants to bring him in either. We already have the players that can play really well for this club, and therefore again it doesn't seem like it's a good fit. So of all the other teams in the Premier League, it's the same thing. They're not going to spend the cash, they're not going to want this player. So then that leaves then Barcelona, which we all know they have massive issues because if Real Madrid doesn't want them, Barcelona is the only other option, and they have so many financial issues that again it's not going to happen. So then we come to Bayern Munich is probably the only team that can maybe pay for this player and also win him titles and possibly a Champions League, which would be a phenomenal fit. But again, they already have their players that they do not need this player. And so this really makes it interesting where Kylian Mbappe can go, because he would definitely need to take a pay cut. And right now, I don't know if that player would do that being 23 years old. This is going to be a massive headache for any club for this player and his future, because what we're seeing right now is that he doesn't care how much he's going to get paid, which again, he's already made so much money that it does make sense he doesn't care. But really, the fact is that he does not care about his contract at all. He will do his best to break it, as we're seeing right now at PSG. And this is going to be a massive issue for any club down the road. Now, what I'm seeing reports that this may or may still not happen. Maybe he will stick at PSG, but right now it is very tense at this club with this player. Fabrizio has come out and said that exact line, that it has been tense at PSG, and therefore again, we won't see what happens until later this year and in January. But really, if there are big issues, I can see Kylian Mbappe not playing at all and just resting up or having an injury until the World Cup is done, and then going from there and figure out where he wants to play next. So we'll have to keep up on this, but really, this is a shocker. I thought for sure with PSG, he'd be fine there. Again, playing with some of the best players in the entire world, but obviously, maybe he feels like he's in someone's shadow and wants to get out of that shadow and therefore have his own course. But really, I don't see where this player can go. So comment down below where you think he will end up, if he will stay at PSG or if he will go to the Premier League, La Liga, Serie A. I'm really curious what you guys want to say. So that is all I have for you today. If you did enjoy this video, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe down below. I greatly appreciate that. Helps get the video to more and more fans such as yourself. And that is it. And I will see you next time.